With all the new Pokemon, I of course had to make a video about which one's my favourite. This video will include spoilers for some of the new Pokemon games, so if you want to watch this video and don't want to be spoiled, then I suggest waiting until you've played the game. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you like the video, and head over to my Twitter, @UmbreonBucky, for notifications when a new video is uploaded. With that being said, let's get this show on the bloody road. Number 10. Pico. So, Pico is the two-sided Pokemon, an electric dark type with a unique ability and unique moves. What's not to love about this little guinea pig Pokemon? Even with its little hunger switches, that's relatable as hell. I would pop down to Tesco to grab a Snickers with the guy, alright? Because you aren't the same when you're hungry. With a speed stat of base 97 and a 95 in its attack, it can make for a little fast lad with a decent punch to it. Number 9. Corviknight. This Pokemon's a bastard, and I love them. The reason I say this about Corviknight is because the one I have in my team. The one I have, I got in a Gigantamax raid. Just max raid. It took 10 tries to finally get a chance to catch the bastard, and after all of that it still kept kicking my ass. The game wouldn't let me call it bastard though, so Dastard sits on my team as the Iron Wall, with its 105 in defense and 85 in special defense. Number 8. Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl is the first dark fairy type Pokemon in the series, which is really cool, and it doesn't disappoint with its badass design, along with the even more badass Gigantamax design. Grimmsnarl's ability Prankster is always going to let the Pokemon move first with moves like Bulk Up or Nasty Plot if you're playing a special build for some insane reason. It has 2 amazing signature moves. Fake Surrender, a move that literally screams Dark type as your Pokemon casually commits a war crime, and Spirit Break, a fairy type move that destroys the opponent's spirit with a powerful 120 attack stat. There's not really much that lives a Bulk Up attack. Number 7. Boltund. This is a dog. If you know me, you know I fucking love dogs. They're so cute and fucking cuddly, and I love all of them. So I obviously go with Boltund because it's a dog. I can't justify it being number 7 with just that though. Can I? No, I can't. Sadly, I don't. Alright. Let's see. Oh, it's got a strong ability, Strong Jaw, as well as it gets moves like Crunch, Thunderfang, Firefang for some decent coverage. It's got a base 121 speed, which is pretty fast. That's the same speed as Mega Pidgeot and Tornado's Therian form. Imagine you were just flying on your legendary bird creature and then a fucking dog just starts running besides you. Number 6. Colossus. Colossus is a Pokemon I wasn't expecting when I first caught Roly-Coly. But I don't mind my little rolling clump of coal turning into this giant furnace monster because it has a HP stat of 110 and a defense of 120. Making him a defensive powerhouse, especially with its signature ability, Steam Engine, which turns its weakness to water types into a strength, increasing the Pokemon's pretty low speed stat. Number 5. Scorch. Scorch is another Pokemon I only got when doing max raids. It's one Pokemon that I don't regret, as it's definitely my favourite Gigantamax design. Its long body turning into something like Snake Way from bloody Dragon Ball Z. Even without that, it gets an amazing setup move like Coil, which is really good. It gets some decent moves like Flare Blitz, Lunger X Scissor, Knock Off or Power Whip. It's got a decent type and some decent coverage. Number 4. Dracofish. So, this is kind of a controversial pick, since the fossil Pokemon don't seem to be very liked. Which is fair, because they're all abominations of nature. But my favourite is the Water Dragon type Dracofish. With its mediocre stats, it doesn't really scream strong Pokemon, but looking into its ability pool tells a whole different story. Strong Jaw and Fishious Rend. An 85 power move that does double damage when you're faster than your opponent. All you have to do is run your Dracofish with a Choice Scarf, Strong Jaw and its Fishious Rend, and watch as your opponent struggles to find a counter. Number 3. Rillaboom. Of course I'm going to go with the final form of the starter I picked on this list. This was my partner throughout the game. A drumming gorilla is a really interesting concept, and one I didn't expect from the line until the game's release. Whilst he isn't the strongest Pokemon on the list, he was really reliable on my team with his 125 attack and his signature move Beating Drum. Even with its base 60 base special attack, it can still deal a chunk of damage with Boom Burst. Number 2. Dragapult. the classic pseudo-legendary Pokemon of the games. A 142 speed stat, a 120 attack, and 100 special attack. This Pokemon has an awesome signature ability. Actually, I've said that about a lot of Pokemon, haven't I? You can't really blame me. They're all really good moves, especially Dragapult Dragon Darts, where it fires its dreepy friends at you, which would normally be bad, but according to the Pokedex, these little guys love getting shot at people. I just love Dragapult's stealth bomber design, with its tail that even goes invisible at the end. It's really cool. Honourable mentions: Snom and Wooloo. I'm gonna group these two together because they're here for the same reason. They're fucking adorable and I want a plush of both of them. That's all. Legitimately, that's it. Number 1. Phalanx. The final Pokemon on this list is here for the same reason as the honourable mentions. But unlike them, it's not the first stage Pokemon. Well, Phalanx is the only stage Pokemon in its line, so I guess it's not really the same. But there are 6 of them in this little squad of Pokemon. And that's a lot for one Pokemon. Even Pokemon like Magnemite, when they group together, only become 3. Along with its amazing animation with the signature move No Retreat, and getting some pretty decent coverage with moves like First Impression and Close Combat. You can see why it's number 1 on my list. So, that was everything. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you get updates whenever I upload a new video. Until next time.